COASTLIFE fans, but we are coming off a weekend that was very important for a very specific set of people.
We hope you called your mom or at least made some plans to see her yesterday or at some point over the weekend. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, all who got a chance to celebrate. Or maybe you're a little bit more like my family and sometimes you have to move things around here or there and say next weekend's better.
Or you don't pay attention to anything and you're just now realizing that you missed it. Get on the phone. A secondary effort might be needed.
Call her up. But we're so glad you're here joining us for another episode of Coast Life. We're your hosts. I'm Leah Rizzo.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis.
And Charlie, did you do anything fun over the weekend? Did you call your mom?
I did call my mom, but she's all the way on the other side of the country because my sister is about to become a mom.
Oh,
and
yay!
so they were hanging out together. There was a baby shower.
Fun.
Really fun for the Sakaitis family writ large. But yeah,
Very
for us, it was just a phone call and some flowers.
Yeah, well, my mom is a big lover of Delmarva's coast, so we spent some time in Rehoboth, laying out on the beach, reading books, and that was the majority of our weekend.
That's a great weekend.
It's a great weekend. That's her favorite way to spend it. Then we got a nice dinner, so it was lovely. But maybe when you travel, you're looking to detox digitally. I know a lot of us when we travel, you want to take pictures, you want to make everybody that you know jealous on social media, that you're like, I'm in the islands. But there has been, it seems, a little bit of an uptick in trends of people trying to leave all that behind, where they will check into a hotel, leave their phone with the folks at the hotel, and not even look at it for the duration of their trip.
Now, I had heard of digital detoxing a number of times before this, but actually this year watching White Lotus, that was one of the key components of that whole show, where they were at an all-inclusive resort. You had to give your phones, they got locked up so that you can kind of just relax, take it in. Don't worry about what's going on in the outside world. Worry about what's going on right where you are. And I like that idea.
Me too.
There's a pause there.
The slight true crime absorber in me says, oh, maybe not the best idea, depending on where you are. Now, I mean, an all-inclusive resort, if you never have to leave it, you might be okay, but I do just feel like there is a certain element of danger of not necessarily having an immediate help call at your fingertips, especially when you're in an unfamiliar place.
I'm not against having your phone on you, but actually trying to detox
I love
from
that.
using your phone, I think is a great idea. And people use them for different things. Like you don't want to be doom scrolling when you're sitting next to the sandy beaches, but maybe if you've got a podcast in so you can enjoy it while you're relaxing,
a little music,
that might be a different thing, and you do actually need your device for that. But I like the idea of, especially on a vacation, disconnecting. And so many of us, especially in America, I think it is so normal to still be checking your emails and still be somewhat connected to work. I think if you're going to go on a vacation where you really are trying to get away from it all, you do need to get away from it all. And I think that that's where it makes sense.
Now, I do know that a lot of people are also bringing more digital cameras with them or even disposable cameras with them just so that they're not even tempted to scroll while they're taking photos. I'm not a very good photographer, which is why I like having a smartphone, because it does kind of make photography a little bit easier. I'm cheating, I will say, but I can see the appeal of leaving all of that while you're on vacation, for sure.
Yeah, and maybe just bring your phone and put it on airplane mode. You can still use everything you've got saved on your phone.
That's true.
And you can still use the camera, and then were there to be an emergency, you could just turn it on, but your plan is to not have it going.
Yeah, that's the only part of me that has any kind of reservation, is just the safety factor, that I know that so many people are or feel safer when you can track your last known location.
Speaking of reservations.
Yes.
There's some things going on with the about to head to college crew that we actually have slightly different opinions on, I think, here.
It's slightly different. So there's another trend out there, especially on social media, and I think that is where any of my reservations come in, is like, is it for the gram or is it for your kids? Where parents are spending, I mean, sometimes upwards of thousands of dollars to decorate their high school grad off to college's bedroom in all their dorm stuff, balloons, snacks, swag, the works. It all is very luxurious. It all looks really, really fun. But like, are there friends coming over? Are you celebrating with anybody? Is it weird? I don't know.
I don't think it's weird at all. I think that it is privileged. It is a financial ability that if you've got the money to do it, do it. I don't think you necessarily need to spend money, but if part of that money is going to things they're going to take to college, you know, a sweatshirt from the school, a laptop for school, bedding for school, like, then that racks up pretty quick. You're going to probably spend that money anyway. So doing it as a celebration of like, hey, they've made their choice and this is where they're going and we're so proud. I like having those milestones celebrated because you will in 10, 20 years look back and be like, oh, that was a great day. Don't be doing any of this stuff by going into debt.
Yes.
But don't overdo it. But there's an appropriate amount of celebration of the next step for education. I think graduating high school is a big deal.
Absolutely.
Going to college is a big deal, and it should be celebrated.
I'm with you on that. I think, for me, it's just all right, is this one more thing that parents are doing for their kids for the sake of social media? Like, look at me, I'm a great parent. Or is this something that your kid really wants and really wants to celebrate? I'm sure it is a little bit of all of it. And maybe I didn't have enough school spirit.
I think that most things are a little of all of it. I mean, parents bragging that their kid's a doctor is a little of all of it.
That's true.
These are all the things that people celebrate, and I think it's okay to celebrate them. You should be happy for the victories in life that you get. But again, just don't go so far overboard that it becomes a burden financially. If you can afford to do it, do it. If you want to do it on a small scale, I mean, a couple balloons and some snacks is not that expensive.
No,
all things
we always
in
love
moderation.
to hear from you. You can always chime in on our socials. You can always email us, team@coastlife.com, and join any of our conversations. But we have a show to get to. Let's see what's coming up today on Coast Life. We're staying fashionable and accessorizing with our friends at Water Lily.
And we always get some great musical performances with our crew over at Mid-South Audio. But today we have something special. The Fitzke brothers, you will not want to miss this. These guys are playing with some big names around the country right now.
Oh yeah.
And today we're going to have them on our show.
All that fun and more is coming up on Coast Life.
Coast Life is sponsored by BB Healthcare, Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, Preston Automotive Group, Shell Brothers, and the Parker Group. This segment of Coast Life is sponsored by Water Lily.
Well, Coast Life, if you've been loving the things that I have been wearing, it is all, of course, from Water Lily Boutique in Bethany Beach. And, of course, they've got a location in Ocean View as well. Whichever one's a little bit closer to you, you can go check out. But we have brought Lily Aller in from Water Lily, the owner and founder of the boutique, along with another special friend. This is Gidget, joining us on the Coast Life couch today. Lily, how are you?
I'm wonderful. So great to be here.
We're so excited to have you. And tell us a little bit about the other... the other guests that you brought with you today, because she's sort of your mascot.
Yes, she is. She is the baby of the store. You can catch her at the Boardwalk store predominantly. She loves being there because she gets to walk on the beach. And people keep thinking, where's that little puppy? It's 9 years. We got her a few months after we opened the store. It was crazy, but she's our best friend.
So she's been there, I mean, pretty much as long as the store has. In those years, how have you found that Water Lily has sort of grown into what it is today, and why people are so excited to go back year after year, or when they do discover Water Lily, what makes it so fun?
Oh, you know what? We've learned so much in 9 years. I thought I had to buy this way or that way, and it's morphed to my true authentic self. I love the pieces that I choose for the store for every season, and then I have all my clients in mind, and they're now friends. So I think of everybody when I'm buying, and we've changed, and some things have hit, and some things, out the door on the sale rack, but that's having a boutique, that's having a store. You gotta adjust quickly, be flexible, and I love where we are right now.
Yeah, and I know a lot of your customers and your friends do as well. You mentioned that, the store has kind of become authentically you.
Yes.
And that really is your tagline, not just for yourself, but for your customers, your friends, all of the folks that come through the door. Why is that also so important to you and Water Lily sort of as a brand?
Now in my upper years, being authentic is so liberating.
Yeah.
I can be me without any reservations of what anybody thinks of me. Whether you like it or not, I'm wearing it, I'm doing it, because I have less time to live and more time to show it off and be real and be present. And I love this season of my life.
Yes, I love to hear that, because I think that's some sentiments that many of us, I think, wish we had with us our entire lives,
We're too worried about everybody
Everything.
else's thinking. Block it off and be true to yourself. You live so much fuller when you're in that moment like that.
Yes, well, we've talked about some of the amazing outfits that I've worn, but we want to talk about some of the accessories that Lily has on hand as well. Some of these beautiful bags. I know for some folks, if you are a bag person, you're a purse girl, you are always a purse girl. So you've got some really fabulous stuff here. I mean, some things that are a little bit more traditional and then some things that are a little bit more out of the box. Tell us about some of the bags that you've brought on hand and maybe just some of the stuff that you keep in the store.
You know, I want you to always remember water lilies. So when you walk in the store and you see a bus,
It's so cute.
or a bag and you're carrying it, guess what? You'll never forget the store. And I always keep something that's going to be the wildest thing you've ever seen, or a traditional bag like this turquoise bag. Accessories change everything. It elevates your outfits. It just turns something that is just blah into like, wow, what a piece. And when they comment on it, you know, you just feel so much better.
Yeah, no, it's true. And I think to have any one of these bags would be a conversation starter. I mean, I love this one too, the little peacock feather shell.
Yeah. Imagine going to an evening event all in black and that pow. You know, it's a conversation piece for those networking places that you don't know what to say. Or it's just a stunning accessory.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. So I remember recently when I was at the store, you also had a corgi-shaped purse, which just cracked me up. I thought it was adorable, hilarious, all of the things. So you've also got all kinds of different bags. I love some of these straps that are replaceable. You can swap out.
Correct. And exactly, they are crossbodies, and they've added those colorful touches to it just to change it up. It has two straps. For the most part, our bags have two straps, one strap, a clutch style, and it's versatility and being able to wear it more than once. Because, you know, gone are those days where I have to save it for a rainy day. We don't have a rainy day. We're not guaranteed tomorrow.
Wear what you want.
Wear it now. Yes, and make yourself happy. That just exudes to everybody else, and it uplifts people when we're in such a crazy world right now. When you're wearing a bus bag to the grocery store,
Can't be sad when you're wearing a bus bag.
and you're going to put a smile on everybody's face.
That's true. You even brought a bag with you that has charms that people are adding to their bags too. So you're not the only thing decked out in jewelry. Now your bag gets some accessories too.
Correct. This is the new hottest thing. I just came back from California. Baubles on your bag. Just like one of my favorite bags, Jane Birkin had baubles and baubles on her bags. I'm like, well, let's show this off. I have sparkles, I have flip-flops, I have all kinds of things to accessorize your bag that whether you don't want to change to a new bag, but add something new that is just going to be inspiring and put a big old smile on your face.
I love it. Well, the bags aren't the only accessories that we're going to chat about. We've got some more accessories to discuss with Water Lily when we get back.
This segment of Coast Life is sponsored by Water Lily.
For the break, we were talking accessories, mostly handbags, with Water Lily and Lily Aller, owner and founder of Water Lily. But those are not the only accessories that are on the table of this discussion today. You know, I'm a sucker for a cool pair of sunglasses. And every time I go to Water Lily, I find some cool pairs of sunglasses. But even more than that, we've got a whole bunch to show you. Lily Aller still sitting on the couch with us today. And Gidget took off.
Yeah.
But that's all right. So talk to us a little bit about some of the big, chunky accessories that we are seeing making a comeback these days when it comes to belts, necklaces, bracelets. All of it is big and all of it is loud, and I love it.
Woohoo! That it is coming back. I'm done with the simpleton little necklaces, and that's okay for you. But you know what? More is more, less is a bore. And I started with accessories and quickly morphed into clothes because I needed clothes to dress the mannequins, and I was using my clothes. But accessories is what started everything. From a belt that I can make into a necklace. I mean, use your creativity. It's all open game. To sunglasses like you have are gorgeous and you can change them up without hurting the budget. Necklaces elevate an outfit or are a talking piece like what is a chili pepper on your neck? Means I'm hot, right?
I love this. Just the bright green beads are so, like, they're just so fun.
And it's memorable and it inspires people and it puts a big smile on others. It's like wearing a t-shirt. You can't read what it says, but they're reading it. So if they're looking at it and they're putting a smile, you've done your job.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, I never thought about the angle of you don't read the t-shirt that you're wearing, but everybody else does.
Yes.
And I even had some of the earrings that you had loaned me, and I was wearing a dress that was a little too low cut, and I was like, oh, I need something to kind of just clasp it up a little bit, and I used an earring, and I was like, oh, that's kind of fun. That's kind of different. So you can get really creative with your jewelry. You don't have to wear it, sort of as sold or as told.
Correct.
What are some of the other pieces that you're having a lot of fun with, or a lot of other pieces that you're seeing other people have some fun with?
Belts. Apparently, belts are the big thing right now.
Love it.
And these are really light and fun turquoise belts. I have flower ones, concho belts in bronze or in silver color. They just add so much spunk to an outfit. You could have a jean shirt, a jean skirt, a white t-shirt, and you throw a bronze concho belt on. It's like, wow, bring out the cowboy boots. Hey, we got a really cute fit here. Turquoise, my favorite, forever and ever. It goes with
it's
everything.
A classic.
Yes, even with this bright outfit, it just makes it so much fun. And it's all about being fun. It's about coloring outside the box. You don't have to be like this, everything matchy. Just explore your inner self.
I love that, and it makes it fun. I also love that charm bracelets, charm necklaces are kind of making a little comeback here. I love that you guys also pretty much have charms for everything, every hobby, every taste and style that you can think of. I know sometimes you see like martini earrings or pickleball jewelry, and I think it's so cute and fun.
Pickleball is huge. They are addicts at that sport, and as long as I have little fun things that people can take back with them, they're on vacation, somebody's watching their dog, and that person plays pickleballs, and we have little stud pickleball earrings, pickleball bags, pickleball jackets, sweaters, you name it. But most importantly for me, if it speaks to me, if it's something that I gasp, I'm buying it, and I'm buying a lot of it. And sometimes I don't buy a lot of it so that it's not out there like crazy and you don't see it duplicated, triplicated. I want you to be your authentic self with something that it's like, oh my gosh, I got this at the beach and I'll never forget it.
Yes, you guys are also well equipped for special occasions. I know when your brides come in, you've got hats, you've got, last time I was there, you had these gorgeous white pants that were perfect for a bride. So you've got all kinds of occasion outfits and accessories as
You
well.
wouldn't believe how many women come in groups, bridal parties, girls that have known each other from elementary school, high school, middle school, and it's huge groups, and a lot of them are wedding party groups, or the mom will buy a hat for the daughter who's going to Nashville on a bridal escape, whatever it is. And we got the bride hats, we got the big gaudy earrings, or all the fun things that that you're not going to find somewhere else.
Yeah, they're going to make your special occasion very, very memorable and quite talked about. So we've covered a lot in the accessories and jewelry department. Lily, for folks who are ready to come see you, what should they do? When should they do that? Where can they find you?
Well, we're on the boardwalk at Bethany Beach, and we're also in Ocean View, right on Route 26. And we're open every day, so come back and come see us. We're open. There's no parking. Come say hello and tell us that you saw us on the show.
Fantastic. And keep an eye out for stuff that I'm wearing. Like I said, on Fridays, I usually post the looks for the week, and I do my best to post some links with those looks for you as well if you really love it and you have to have it immediately. Well, Lily, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Of course. So we have some more Coast Life to get to, though. A little bit more fun that you don't want to miss.
You're watching Coast Life with Leah Rizzo and Charlie Sakaitis.
Well, whether you want to shake your fist in the air and go, kids these days, or if it's more of a, this is why we can't have nice things, there's a McDonald's in DC that is, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to an extreme or if it's an appropriate reaction to some of the things that have happened at this McDonald's. They say that there's one near DC that's been having a few more violent outbreaks, and mostly from the youths. So in response, they have decided to not allow people 21 and under inside the building. Adults have to ring a doorbell, and an employee will let you in.
Unfortunate that this is what's going on there. It sounds like there has been some disturbances that are probably not okay.
Yeah.
I think, though, I might just shut it down to just drive-through only, period. I don't know that I would separate it out at that. If it's such a problem I would maybe shut it down for drive-through only for a couple months, see how it goes, maybe open it back up, see if things change. The only other real answer is to maybe have a security guard in there, but it might not be financially worth it for them to do that.
Also true.
I think that maybe you just you keep it, or even if you have it open for people to walk in, you don't have the seating area open. Whatever you have to do, it seems like this is a business decision. It was not worth it for them to be letting this stuff happen, because you can't control what everybody's going to do. Sometimes it is harder to control young people, especially if, I don't know if it's a 24-hour McDonald's or not, how late it's open.
That's true. I mean, most teenagers are also like a full-grown size person, so like you don't want to get in the middle of breaking that up.
Exactly. No, I mean, like, and especially all the way up to 21. I mean, like, you're talking about
adults,
18, 19, 20. Like, those are full-sized humans.
Yes.
So I think that it's just unfortunate. Like you said, though, this is why we can't have nice things thing.
Yeah.
People need to be better people. Like, let's just call it what it is. We can't just have people getting in fights and acting crazy and leaving a mess and throwing stuff around, or things will start to go away.
And this was one, I think this is the same McDonald's that I feel like I remember hearing other conversations about, where there's sort of a lack of third spaces. So kids were sort of showing up, either not buying anything or buying like a soda and just hanging around. And that's where some of the problems were arising, and maybe some of the rammier kids, or some of the kids that were maybe just, falling in with the wrong groups of people that were causing problems at this McDonald's. But I feel like the point of fast food is to be convenient. So if you have to walk up, ring a doorbell, and wait to be let in, it does feel like a few more extra steps that maybe you're like, I think the drive-through, or maybe going all drive-through, is worth it.
And honestly, and maybe I'm wrong on this one, but the only times I ever really have eaten in a fast food place is because you were had no other choice.
You're on a road trip.
You're on a road trip or whatever. Generally, I'm grabbing and going because I'd rather just go eat at home or at the park or at work, wherever it is. So it'd just be easier to not have to deal with that at all.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's sad. It really is kind of a sad state of affairs. I don't know what a solution would be, if there's a solution. I think you're right that I think just opening drive-through only, that keeps your employees safe too. Because I know a lot of, again, most of your employees are not going to jump up and break a fight over McNuggets.
For minimum wage, I'm not getting in the way of two dudes swinging on each other.
For a 20-piece McNugget, not my
go
big problem.
Hey, stop.
No, I'm with you. So it's a safety concern, but it's something that I think was worth chatting about, because I think it reinforces that conversation of having a third space. Yeah,
it's tough to know where the problem is. If it's the third space thing, if it is an area that just doesn't have a lot of opportunity for people to go anywhere, like, again, not having a place to hang out, that might be part of it. If it's a late at night thing, again, we don't have all the details here, but I think that, again, we just got to be better.
Yeah.
Don't cause fights in a fast food restaurant.
Don't do it. Behave yourself. And maybe this will make you want to behave yourself less or not. We have a joke jar for you. It is Monday. Sometimes the jokes, but it's all in fun.
We're going to get a chuckle out of you. Stick around.
This segment of Coast Life is sponsored by Kids Catch.
Well, we can't get through a Monday without telling you some painfully bad or laughably good jokes. It really depends on how you look at this. For one, I'm a big fan of dad jokes. Anything that makes you go, ugh, but also a little bit like, it wasn't too bad. With, of course, our joke jar, thanks to our friends at Kids Catch. We've got our producer, our lovely producer, Kendall Gordon, joining us today. Now, Kendall, on Friday, we sent you over the edge of a very, very tall building.
Yes.
Scary?
A little bit.
What do you think?
Hopefully these are a little more lighthearted than that.
I was going to say, do you think these jokes are scary
on my nerves?
I guess we'll find out. So we've got some bad jokes for you, Kendall, and I know that you've heard us do this a time or two, but let's see if we can get you to chuckle a little bit. All right? Mm-hmm. What goes up and down but doesn't move? This one's more like a riddle.
Up and down,
but doesn't
move. Like, I would think a seesaw because it's stationary, but it's still,
Right line of thinking. The staircase goes up and down, but it doesn't move.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was good. That
makes
a good
sense.
bit. Kendall's good at this. All right, let's see. Which is faster, hot or cold?
Faster.
They're not good, remember.
I would say hot because when you're cold, you're frozen, like you freeze, you know?
The answer is correct, but it's because you can catch a cold pretty easily.
That's true. Allergy
true.
season.
It is hitting the COASTLIFE team hard here in Milton. Got a few more for you, Kendall.
Yes.
What do you call two bananas on the floor?
2 bananas on the floor.
Two bananas on the floor.
I don't know.
Slippers. I'm telling you, when I read these ahead of time, it's like, ooh.
Slippers, I like that one. That was actually good.
All right, let's see what else we got for you. What's a private investigator's favorite shoe?
Oh. I don't know.
Sneakers. See,
I
they're
see.
getting better.
Okay.
All right, one more for you, Kendall, and then we'll let you get back to work. Why can't you ever trust atoms?
Because they make up everything.
Yes! You got it right!
Yay!
Well, hopefully you enjoyed some of those. You can bring them home to your family, bring them home to your kids, and hopefully you will get a laugh out of that as well. Kendall, thank you so much for being a good sport, and hopefully we made you laugh with a couple of these too. You can always check out Kids Catch for some more fun and games, but we've got some more COASTLIFE for you on the way.
We have something really fun for you guys today here on COASTLIFE. We're hanging out at Mid-South Audio, always a great spot to catch a tune. But we've got the Fitzke brothers in the house. Fellas, how you doing?
Doing great. Yeah.
We got Alex and Drew here. And guys, it's been about a year since you've been on the program. In fact, you were on like right when we started COASTLIFE. What have you been doing for the last year?
We've been playing a lot. Recently, we were up at Madison Square Garden hanging out with the Allman Brothers when they were playing there. It's a great time. We've been putting out new music. Our new song Memphis is out now. It hit Joe Bonamassa' playlist. We're very proud of it.
Really nice.
It's doing well.
Talk about the new music part. What are you working on right now? What has been sort of the creative process?
Cool. Yeah, so we're in the midst of writing, I guess it's our first full-fledged record for under me and Drew's name, the Fitzke Brothers. So, yeah, I mean, we've had 3 songs are out already. We have Four now. It's
Can't forget your own songs.
No, we're
man.
well, I mean, this one
out.
just came out. That's why we're talking about it.
It's crazy because, like, you know, you set the release date and then it comes up on you so quick, and then like we're almost in summer now. It's wild. And then so we've been doing our solo record, and then we're also writing a record with Miss Melody Trucks of the Allman Family.
Oh yeah.
Working with her a lot, and yeah, it's been fun.
So you guys are going to be taking all this stuff on the road. Tell me a little bit about what the tour is, how you really prepare for it.
So I'm Melody's musical director. So when we go out on the road, I'm the one that makes the set lists, puts it all together, sends it out to the different guitar players, and I make all the calls on stage.
We say different guitar players because he plays bass, I play drums, and our band has mainly consisted of us two and then like whoever's free.
What is it like being brothers, being in a band, trying to make that all work, the ups and the downs?
It's good and it's challenging. I'll put it there. I mean, like the good part of like any business model and being like under the same roof is that work gets done pretty fast because you just have to go to his room and be like, hey, we got to do
You
this.
don't have to call a conference, you just walk across.
Well, I mean, it's pretty easy. We get along really well.
We do.
So
yeah.
I would say the hardest part is everything that leads up to the gig. And then like getting the tours mapped out and all of that sort of stuff, getting guitar players in, getting them the set lists, getting that all figured out, and then, you know, getting on stage and playing, that's the fun.
As far as like songwriting too, it's really easy because it's like I'm a drummer and I write a lot of the music, so I don't necessarily have a knowledge of like notes and how to play guitar and stuff. So what I do is I take like what I've come up with, show it to him, he puts it actually like into music, I would say. He turns the ideas into music, and that's kind of how we work. We just sit in our wonderful basement and write songs for a while.
Some vision, some execution, you combine the two and you get something special. Well, guys, what is this first song we're going to hear? Because I can't wait.
We're going to be playing our new tune, Memphis.
All right, guys, we've got Memphis coming your way.
coming home. Will you stay with me and give me something more than my problems? Something more than my problems, 'cause I'll be there in a week. No, I'll see you there in Tennessee. I've been dreaming, but when I wake I can't recall. It's a hopeless feeling, and a danger to us all. Burning cities, hit the flames of love and desire, with no receding. It's a dangerous fire, but I'm coming home. Will you wait for me? And give me something more than my problems, something more than my problems. Baby, I'm coming home. Won't you stay with me? And give me something more than my problems, something more than my problems. 'Cause I'll be there in a week. No, I'll see you there in Tennessee. You've been screaming, but there's no one to reply. It's a hopeless feeling, and one you can't deny. And you ask me, am I right, am I wrong? At this point, all I know is that I'm holding out for you, and that I'm coming home. Will you wait for me? And give me something more than my problems, something more than my problems. And maybe I'm coming home. Won't you stay with me? And give me something more than my problems, something more than my problems. 'Cause I'll be there in a week. No, I'll see you there in Tennessee. I'm coming home. Will you wait for me and give me something more than my problems, something more than my problems? Maybe I'm coming home. Won't you stay with me and give me something more than my problems, something more than my problems? 'Cause I'll be there in a week. No, I'll see you there in Tennessee. In Tennessee.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Fitzky brothers with Memphis. We're going to have more of this coming up right after the break here on Coast Life. We are still here at Mid-South Audio. We still have the Fitzky brothers here, and they've got another song for us. I can't wait to hear it. It's called Tomorrow.
Peace scattered all around you. It never a bed. Come and sit down at your table in the same chair that you've always had. Well, it's been a while now, don't you remember? It's only natural to feel so bad. Then it falls out, 'cause it hurts too much. And it falls out again. And you think that we're never mad, so I'll ask you again. Will you come out tomorrow? It'll be in the studio again. Will you come out tomorrow? It'll be in the studio again. And it falls down again. And you think that we're never mad, so I'll ask you again. When you come out tomorrow, little bit to see you again. When you come out tomorrow, little bit to see you again.
The Fitzky Brothers, ladies and gentlemen, go download their music, catch them on tour, listen to these guys. You just heard it, they're incredible. We have no doors left in this place. The doors have been blown off, and we're gonna take a break, but there's more Coast Life coming up next.
Well, hopefully you were enjoying the tunes from the Fitzky Brothers over at Mid-South Audio. Charlie's downstairs getting ready for Coast TV News at 5. That is up next. Tomorrow on Coast Life, we've got a lot more fun coming your way. We're going to be checking in with the Lewis Historical Society and their upcoming field trip season. We're also going to be stopping by the Art League of Ocean City to see what's new there in the galleries. All that fun and more is coming up tomorrow. But for now, Coast TV News is up next. So have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow for some more Coast Life.